the two. It's Cook inside for the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills had to have it, and they get it. Cook finishes.
That's the battle right there. That was the battle.
Off in time. Here comes the blitz. Get rid of it to Cook. If he can get past that, he's got space. And there he goes. Cook, 20, 15, 10. What a run. Cook down at the 1-yard line.
So good. He's going to go Lester, right? So we're going to go that way. And if they come from the other way as well, then he's got to throw that thing hot. They do. Van Noy comes off the edge. There's nobody left. Roquan Smith had to try to make the play and catch up because ultimately that was his responsibility. But that play and what we've seen from Lamar tonight as well, in the first week of the season, these guys are all over what defenses are trying to do to them, and they're making the adjustments to make them pay.
And don't lose the back end of the play where Nate Wiggins comes all the way over across the field, gets off a block, makes the tackle of Cook.
On this opening drive, it's Cook. Threatening to go outside, cut inside, touchdown, Buffalo.
That's why you sign James Cook to all that money for plays like this. Watch this. Carter right here is going to get outside and be like, I got you right here. Nope. Just that little one cut, the extra effort. And you said his ability to kind of dance.
It's certainly nothing of concern for him. He took some snaps and went back out there, but expect him to ice it throughout this game.
Thank you, Trace. Look at that move by Cook. Oh. He's still going. James Cook to the end zone for a touchdown and a brilliant run.
Put that on your highlight tape right now, Jim. I know you carry him each game, but that was next level. You used the joystick there for the jump cut, the wiggle, the giggle. Oh.
44 yards, and this move back to the other side, right here and then here.
Come on.
Momentum might spill out of that game from week one, but hasn't been the case. 1st and 10.
Cook adding up to the numbers, almost breaking it.
It was like Alabama 5 years ago, right? Where it's like Bama against an opponent that they're almost just bigger.
Middle Tennessee State?
A little bit, yeah. Like, well, not quite that far. Middle Tennessee State's really good, by the way. You'd be impressed if you see it. Remember, that's my kind of part of the world I grew up was that level.
It's a formation they've been using very often of late. Here's Cook, breaks it into Dolphin territory. Finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
Now, you just talked about the 3 tight ends. Here's 2 of them on the left. What I love about this Bills offense is the backside. They finish blocks because they know the vision and the patience of James Cook. The ball is liable to bounce anywhere. He bounces it often, presses, and then bounces to the backside, makes one guy miss, and with his speed, you better hold on to your hat because he can. I love how they get under center. You don't see a ton of this throughout the league. It's the 11th snap under center already.
2nd and 4. Very balanced offense. There goes Cook. Breaks a tackle. Taken down from behind. Inside the 45-yard line. What a night already. 7 carries for 74 yards for number 4.
This is giving Miami some of their own medicine. Going to our right, offense is left. This is outside zone play. Good job there by Shavers, the receiver.
Cook is the back. Cook into the end zone. Made it look easy. Over right guard. Touchdown Buffalo. And Buffalo backed up on top. 21-14.
Bills bring in Jackson Hawes. He goes in motion. Here's Cook. James Cook is in for a touchdown. And he sets a franchise record with a rushing touchdown in his 8th consecutive game.
But how about the vision of Cook? Where's the gap? Oh, no problem. And then he runs through Granderson.
Hawes in motion, right back to Cook. Again, nifty moves, and James Cook with another first down. Out to the 45-yard line. 15-yard pickup for the man they call Jimbo here in Buffalo.
And what Buffalo's doing is building on what you were talking about. 41 to carry you to the football. Gilliam as the lead fullback. You know who else will take you to the ball? 85 Hawes, the tight end. He came across the formation and
his hand x-rayed and cut in the last game against the Patriots, and that Cook has a crease right up the middle. McGovern and those big fellows doing their job. Bates made the tackle, but he picked up 14.
Just look,
all 11 players within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Just Cook finding some space, driving forward, and he's getting going now. That's a welcome sign for Buffalo as he rips off a dozen yards.
The scrimmage and let your running back go to work.
This is called duo. Watch the double teams. Everybody's double teaming. That's a great job by Dawkins and Edwards. That tight end folding in Jackson Hawes. That's one of the staples of this offense.
How about Schaber's guys inside? The receiver came inside. And
this is a key element, trying to get one of the best backs in the NFL going, and an excellent James Cook run for double-digit yards.
Put him behind the sticks.
Now toss play running to the right side for Cook. Another first down, and there he goes. Shoved out shy of the 50 by Trevin Wallace. Good blocking by Jackson Hawes, who you pointed out. They kind of use him as the extra lineman, as a good blocker at tight end.
Yeah, so they got 4 guys they want to use. They got the 3 tight ends. Can you generate explosive runs, chunk runs, score from 30, 40 yards out? That's a different animal.
Here's Cook. Good patient run, and he busts it through. Right on cue. Off to the races. James Cook. House call, touchdown, somersault, he's in.
Well, you said it right on cue. That's the conversation around run game in the NFL. If you got to go 12, 13 plays and then fight in the red zone every possession, it's challenging. But watch the job here. Reggie Gilliam, watch this block.
He played New England in the final month of the season again. That'll be on the road in Foxborough. Here's Cook. Another good run, another double-digit yard run. Allen checks to the second call, which is a crack toss for James Cook, and it was a good call. It's a house call. It's a touchdown. Over 200 yards, James Cook for the first time in his NFL career.
I kind of had the feeling, I was going to say to you, it almost feels like you just try to get James Cook to 200 and then take him out. Little do we know it was going to be a 21-yard touchdown on his first touch after the break. You mentioned Wallace went out.
They come down from 19 down to start the fourth against the Giants, and they were 8 down against Houston in the fourth. What a win. Here's Cook. Little stiff arm to get free, and there he goes. Down the sideline on a first down as the Bills are driving with this opening series.
And the reason I brought up the Broncos and them, but watch Shakir block right there at the point of attack on a duo run, and then Cook has great vision and showing off.
One of the sub-stories of this game is the 2 fourth down stops, 1 each, as Cook slides past the first wave and gets down to the 43, and it was Gilliam again who helped clear the path.
Same exact play we said earlier on the long run we showed you, but watch Gilliam right here. Looks like he's going to go forward, but he's going to actually work back. And this is the second time today they've gotten the Chiefs on that play.
And again, that's the play.
In some ways, obviously, other big plays.
A first down. There's Cook looking for 100. Cook needs 13 to get there. He's got 14. That's the first running back. Take a seat and stand up. Jimbo James Cook. He's got 101 yards.
Come downhill, read it, bounce, bounce. His vision.
But Dalton Kincaid is their difference maker at tight end.
Here's Cook. And Cook sneaking through, staying on his feet. Great balance by James Cook, and then thrown out of bounds by Kenneth Grant. A 14-yard pickup for James Cook.
You made the comparison earlier, Jason, about these two running backs, Cook and Achane, and contact balance was one of the things that you talked about with both.
He does such a... And he has set up this offense nicely now with 3:53 to go in the third. Allen steps up, delivers downfield, separation, catch made, touchdown, James Cook!
This is a crazy tough ask of Anthony Nelson. Watch him. He's responsible for Cook out of the backfield, and there is just no way he is going to catch up to a fast James Cook with a running start up through that B gap all day long. Josh Allen saw it, took advantage of it.
Fake the handoff. Allen's team now down by 1. Short pass to Cook. He's going to turn it upfield, and Cook glides towards the sideline, gets extra yards out of bounds. We're down to 5:05 to play. 2nd and 2. Oh, he's wide open. Cook's got a lot of green grass. And brought down at the 35 by Winfield. Turns into a 23-yard hookup.
This is one of those plays as a fan that you watch and you're saying, he just ran straight out there. They didn't even run a play fake or anything. How does nobody cover him?
How well the matchup on the perimeter goes will go a long way in deciding who wins.
Hit 10 different receivers last week. Meanwhile, picking and threading his way is Cook. He's out in front, and Cook will take it all the way for a touchdown. 45 yards for James Cook, who is now over 1,000 for the season.
Comes around, and instead it's the big fullback, Reggie Gilliam, 41. Watch him pick up the linebacker, Al-Shair, right there. And everybody else locks up in the interior. There's nobody, no penetration at all. And once the linebacker was picked up there, it was just off to the races.
Here's Cook, slides to the outside, and Cook picks up close to 15. Man, he's so good about it. He probes the line. He sees where the traffic is and slips to the outside.
You always hear pressing the hole. Pressing the hole means be patient before you abort and cut it back, because it allows the offensive.
Send an extra man here, and Cook finds that open spot and slides through it, and a big gain here. 106, 20-yard pickup.
Yeah, there's two. The safety Bullock that's on the blitz, and then he's able to get away from the linebacker, and there's your big play ability. You know, we talked about slipping him out of the backfield, maybe man-to-man against a backer, or he's able to get off of.
Going to go with Cook, who might have a heavy load here today. He's got a huge opening here to start it. He's going to bounce out after a pickup of 18.
It's a great sign. You're going to watch this whole side just push it down, and you'll see Cook, who's exceptional at the cutback, his patience, and if you're a Bills fan, this is the way that you can win. Here comes a play action. Right?
Cook, look at that patience, and he takes off. Nice run by Cook before tackled down by Harrison, pick up a 14.
It's a great job by Shavers coming in on the edge. He's got to fit the gap and go in there and block someone, and that's where the ball's going to end up. He does a great job on the safety, Duggar. And this is why Buffalo can.
2nd and 4. Cook. Another nice move. He's got a 100-yard game, and off he goes. Down to the 7-yard line as James Cook is putting up a huge performance here for the Bills. 31 yards with that carry.
I want you to watch the backside over here.
Johnson and Cook.
Misdirection.
Allen looking now, dumps it over. James Cook, still on his feet, was able to shake off a tackle attempt and take it near the 7. Goes for 14.
This was outstanding by Josh Allen. His ability to look down the field, as you see the long hair get pulled just slightly. That's all. You want to have long hair, they can grab it.
Two of the top quarterbacks of this generation. Final minutes of this first half. It's James Cook with a massive hole, and James Cook with his first big run of the day. 16 yards out near midfield for Cook. Second in the NFL behind Taylor with over 1,200 yards, already a career high.
Yeah, and this is what James Cook does better than maybe any back in the league, Joe. It's the initial starting point of where he's aiming. So in that case, say it's the right B gap. So like behind the years past when Buffalo's dominated.
Yeah, last time the Bills failed to win the division, Josh Allen's second season, 2019. Third down, it's Cook, hitting stride. There goes James Cook, inside the 20, inside the 10 where it's first and goal. Allen hits Cook out of the backfield for 28 yards. Battle saves a touchdown.
All right, again, talked on third down. They love playing man coverage. This time they hide.
Second down and 11 here for Buffalo. Josh Allen is 3 of 5 for 10 yards. Give it to Cook. Cook breaks a tackle and then dishes out some punishment. Brought down at the 31 by Jalen Hawkins. It's a 12-yard gain.
Just a same side draw here, and Cook is going to do all the work, making Gibbons miss in the hole. And then
motion man Shakir. Allen will throw. Catch made by Cook, and he waltzes in for the touchdown. Bills needed it, and they deliver.
Almost too easy for Josh Allen and James Cook as he just pitches it out there. You're going to see some confusion here. You're going to have him going over here, and then you've got Ellis, who's man-to-man trying to get over the top, but it's too late. And Josh Allen recognized it's a football thing.
2nd and 1.
Love being called a sick.
On a give, Cook slices through, and he takes it in for the touchdown. A silencer from Cook. 5 straight drives with touchdowns for the Bills, and they go back in front here in the 4th.
This time it's going to be Osiris Torrance, the right guard, who punches and comes up to the second level. It's especially that interior does an incredible job getting to the second level.
Pitch it to Cook, turns it upfield. Cook glides to midfield. Cook, single setback, 2nd and 4, Buffalo. Handoff. Cook gets around 3 defenders and then kicks it to another gear. Cook still going, looking for the angle. Touchdown! Wow, tremendous run, 44 yards. James Cook to the house.
Talked about the offensive line, but you also have to talk about just how special James Cook is. There were 2 unblocked defenders in his face. He splits them, makes his way downfield, reverses course, goes all the way back into the end zone. 3 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown on that first drive.
JJ, we asked James Cook, winning the rushing title. Jim Schwartz used to coach for the Buffalo Bills, pony formation, and James Cook. With Cook and Johnson in there, he carries it for another Buffalo first down. That's a 15-yard rip.
And Dawson Knox makes a nice block here out on the edge to
handoff to Cook. Trying to get there, extends his arm. He's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The effort by Cook, you see it week in and week out, just trying to do the little extra something to get the score.
Let's see if he gets in. I think he might land on top of the defender and reach out. He does. That's a touchdown.
Their first snap is a give to Cook, and look at this running lane. Cook past the 50 and all the way down to the 42-yard line before finally P.J. Locke is able to end it.
They're going to put Cooper in a bind. I want you to watch him right here. Go ahead and run that. He's got to go ahead and decide, is he going to go with Josh Allen in this motion across here? Nope, he got into a bind. He didn't know who had the ball. Great eye candy by Joe Brady to start the game.
Look at the hole, and look at Spencer Brown help free him. And by the way, I'm looking out on the field. Josh Allen's having second down to pass play. They got Cook. There's no one over there. Cook past the 50 and then collides with Locke. And the Bills have another big gainer. Goes for 24.
This is just watch. He's going to end up coming out, slip outside. And someone from the inside has to get all the way out there, and they get picked. And at that point, Singleton's just too late. And that's another great play design by Joe Brady. And look at.
You've been calling for that and running it with Cook.
Yes. You'll have your chance to take your shot at some.
And that's what they do with Cook. cutting outside and picking up a good gain for 13 and another first.
The game's not rocket science. It's literally leverage angles and personnel-driven matchups, right? And we can actually push up.
Was remaining in the third quarter, and remember, they bypassed on about the Broncos the 58-yard field goal, which could have given them a 2-score lead. Here goes Cook, and Cook is over 100 yards with that run of 13.
It's the same run we talked about. He bounced out earlier last year. They had a ton of yards on it. He has a 3-way go. He can go up here, break that way, outside. This time he goes up, bounces out, and then comes all the way back. His vision, next level.